Good morning, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the year 2024. Now, we all know 2023 has certainly been quite the year. A lot of awakening has been happening, the great shift we also call it. So I thought it'd be good if we came on and did a little bit of a reading about what's going to be coming in 2024. Now I am here with my doggos. I've got Sprocket here. He's exhausted. He's had a few days where he's had a little bit of constipation, guys. Oh dear. So he's a bit tired. He had bloodshot eyes and we've had to work a little bit at getting him to poop by giving him banana and a few different things. He's a lot better now too, guys. And here I've got Sophie, who's all grubby, ready for a bath at the end of the week. She's going to the groomers. So I've got Sophie here, so hopefully we don't get too interrupted, guys. All right. I'll close my eyes, guys. We'll get started. We'll see what comes up for the year 2024. Cheers, everyone. I've got my water. It's really hot today. We're like 28 degrees here. Summer is here and we're still in spring. And it's very windy, so I couldn't shoot outside. Sorry, Amber. I've had to come into the room because my daughter's doing her schoolwork in the lounge room. All right, let's get started. I'm getting people are finding their way through the darkness now. It's the people coming into the light. This is the people waking up, sleepwalkers, people who've taken off bubble denial suits, who didn't want to look at the truth for a very long time. They're being forced to see the light. They're searching for a way out. They're searching for light now. That's what I'm getting for the people waking up. So it's another big year of awakening to the truths. It's pretty shocking too. I always say that when people realize that, for example, K. Schwab, B. Gates, all these people, Fauci, they're all in cahoots together. It's a pretty scary storyline. We know it is here because we know these people are dictators and tyrants and monsters, and where they're leading us all down a road of dictatorship. But people are just starting to really see that clearer and clearer moving into 2024. All right, let's keep going. I'm getting England. I'm getting a lot is still hidden. A lot is still hidden from you in England. In 2024, things are going to reach greater heights. So we know you've got the Eulers coming out. We've got the tracking and tracing camera systems trying to be implemented. There's a lot being pushed by Sushi, which is Rishi Sunak if you are new here. We use a lot of code names around these leaders because my channel does get censored a lot. We know they're really censoring actually a lot of YouTube channels for unknown reasons. They take subscribers off pretty much everybody. So I am getting that in England. There's still going to be a lot being hidden into 2024. I do feel in England, UK, there's going to be more freezing of the bank accounts. There's going to be more control of the money systems. I am feeling that. And it's going to really frighten people. I feel like it's frightening people. Next year, they're going to really start to be frightened by what their government is actually doing to them and dishing out to them. It doesn't feel right. It feels like this is the little people, peasants, Lego people. They feel like they're losing control of their lives financially. This is into next year. I kept saying interest rates are going to keep going up. They are. Cost of living is going to keep going up. Nothing's going to stop till 2025 is when it'll start to ease back. So we've still got all this still steamrolling people, the government that is steamrolling people financially. And this is in UK, Wales, all these areas, but I do feel that's global too. It's not going to stop. And a lot around the cash systems, the monetary systems is going to really dominate over there. As their way of controlling people. It's so sad, isn't it? That'll wake a lot of people up. Guys, look at the positives. That's what we need. We need people standing up, fighting back, protesting against their government and what they're trying to implement. Oh, it's so frustrating. All right, let's keep going. Oh, guys, did you see that? Did you see that? What was it? The global summit for the climate change in Montreal, Canada, with Jacinda. She's back. Yes, just when you think she's gone, she's back. It just reminded me because I'm getting New Zealand. I'm getting New Zealand's crying a lot. It's showing me like a sponge being wrung out and all the tears coming out, which is the little people. The little people are crying, probably not literally, but emotionally. People are crying out their hurts and pains in New Zealand. It's going to be very uncomfortable moving forward in New Zealand in 2024. People are going to want to fight back. They're going to want to stamp out their government. This doesn't sound good for the election, guys. I am getting that for New Zealand. People are still trying to find their courage in 2024 to fight these things. I feel like in New Zealand there's going to be a lot of court cases that are going to get dismissed, thrown out. You might start having these court cases around mandates for the jabs and this kind of thing, vaccine injuries. I do feel a lot of that on the increase in New Zealand come 2024, which is people fighting back against their government. It's awesome. That's what I'm getting. So there's a lot of, it's saying that's, you know, squeezing out the sponge, the tears, the overwhelm. That's what I'm getting for New Zealand. Because they're really having to get that courage up. In 2024, they've got to get the courage up to do something about what's been hidden from them. People in New Zealand are worn out from all this. Jacinda, which is Jacinda Ardern, the ex-Prime Minister, really took a lot of people's energy and power away when she was in office. So I feel like we all know here that Hippo, Chris Hipkins, he's holding back from implementing all the things that he wants to implement to destroy the little people. But if he gets in, your opposition is Chris Luxon, isn't it? It's going to be interesting to see which way that goes. I think either way, it's probably not going to make much difference, to be quite honest. And the people are scared. People are scared in New Zealand. See, it's the uncertainty, it's the unknown. But I am getting that. There could be a lot more court cases, a lot more lawyers being dragged in. This is good, guys. This is good because it means people are fighting back. So that's what I'm getting for New Zealand. Hi, Sprocky. He's awake. He's awake. Oh, he's so tired from his ordeal. Poor bugger. All right. Shout out to Germany. You're in Oktoberfest. Auf Wiedersehen if anyone is living in Germany or surrounding areas. You've got your great Oktoberfest celebrations that have started. I do still feel that Germany is rising. Germany is standing up. I'm just seeing this like guard of honor kind of thing in Germany where people are joining their arms together. You know, when you loop arms and you're all, we've had that a few times on here as Braveheart freedom fighters. I'm feeling that energy in Germany. People standing together, making a wall against their government, making a strong, it's a people wall, a wall of people standing against their government. I'm still seeing that in Germany. People rising. Oh, I hope so. Because people get scared. I always say it over there. People want joy in their life. They don't want to go back to living those horrific memories from way back when, which we all know were horrific. People don't want it anymore. They've already been scarred enough with that. It was like my girlfriend Sandy said in that her book, if you're new here, that she's written a book called Finding Stillness. Brilliant book. It's on Amazon if anyone's interested. And she said that it's those wounds from the past. It's like having PTSD, is it? PTSD, sorry. Post-traumatic stress disorder. That's carried through in Germany. We always talk about their old memory traumas. Well, there's a very, very deep in Germany. So I'm getting this line of people in 2024 going to stand against their government. And they're quite strong. It's showing me layers and layers and layers and layers of people standing in front of their government. Making an uproar, and it's good. That's what we need. So fingers crossed in Germany that happens next year, that people really fight back and stand up. I think what will happen is in Germany they'll get pushed to the brink, and so they'll reach breaking point, the little people in Germany. Oh, it's just horrible, isn't it? All this stuff that's going on. I'm getting, of course, the rich get richer. That's going to become more and more obvious to people in 2024. How these global elites just ignore their own, what would you say, their own ideals, meaning, you know, your carbon emissions, watch what you're emitting, don't put your, you know, your heater on or your this and that on, like all this stuff. But people are seeing that. They're saying, well, that's hypocritical because you're still flying around in your private jets. You're going from meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting, meeting with all the VIPs. You're traveling in your entourage of big fancy cars, which we're guessing ain't electric. We know half of them aren't even in electric cars as yet. They're still driving around in there, you know, probably bulletproof. If it was Kay Schwab driving around, probably bulletproof vehicles. You're right, Spocky. Oh my God, it's a goof, isn't he? Spocky. That's what I'm getting. It's the hypocrisy of it all, the double standards. As I always say, middle class gets taken out and everybody in middle class gets pushed down, pushed down, pushed down to a lower socio-economic way of living. That's becoming very obvious now. All right. Okay. I'm getting Australia, and I'm getting Australians feel like they're being ditched across the Tasman. I'm guessing that's, where's the Tasman? Is that down in Tasmania? I don't know. It's sometimes a bit them and us, isn't it? Unfortunately. But I am getting that. Australians feel like they're being ditched. I would say personally, ditched by Elbow, which is Anthony Albanese. I feel like Elbow's just ditched Australia. He's never cared about the little Australians. He's implementing everything now. We know that he is here. We've been a giant experiment, petri dish experiment right from the start since the picky wheel, the jab wheel. And I feel like Elbow's just continuing to ride his wave of global success on the world stage. He loves it. Elbow's loving. He heads off overseas and then he comes back and then he implements and then he implements. So I feel like Australia's been ditched by their Prime Minister, their government. Australians have, in 2024 are going to feel very uncared for, very rejected and very pushed aside. That's what I'm getting for Australians. It's like they're just standing in a ditch on the side of the road. Oh, that sounds all very positive, doesn't it? Not. What the heck? That's what I'm getting. Australians, it's like Elbow is bulldozing people out of the way. That's what I'm getting. I know he's bulldozing everyone with the old yes vote at the moment. That's the only ad we're actually seeing. Remember I said to you, I think the no votes are going on when shows are like in the middle of the night? Well, the yes vote seems to be getting pushed as he's spending his $20 million on the ad campaign. They're putting him on during all the very busy shows like, 60 Minutes and the news. And yes, I'm seeing a lot of yes votes add up, but still haven't managed to catch one no vote yet. So this is Elbow's way of bulldozing the little people over, sadly, next year. Maybe it's bulldozing the land, literally. If that goes through, there's a lot of farms and things that are going to be swallowed up. It's very sad. People don't understand what's going on. I got in my video yesterday about Australia's self-harming. Well, I think it's true. I know a lot of you guys agree with me as well. So that's what's happening in 2024. Australia is being bulldozed, meaning just shoved to the side. Australians being shoved to the side. That's a change, isn't it? We always get shoved to the side. We're used to it, aren't we, guys? Oh, my God. All right, let's keep going. I'm also getting to that Elbow might finalise a term or something. There might be some change coming then. See, he's achieving a lot of goals. You got to remember these global elites, whether it's Sushi, Trudeau, Macron, they've got to achieve their goals. They've got to tick the boxes and achieve their goals. So I do feel like Elbow's achieving his goals very, very nicely. It's showing me him rubbing his hands together, going like this. And that allows him to sort of semi-retire. his focus is on that, how he's going to depart ways with the government. Perhaps early retirement for Elbow. We know they get their kickbacks from everyone, like Big Pharma, blah, 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 WEF, whoever else they get it from. So I am getting that Elbow, he might not stick around for the long haul, I don't think. I just don't think he will. I think he'll want to leave on, it's not really a high, but when he still looks okay to the people. He doesn't want to be banished like, he doesn't want to be banished by his peers. And he doesn't want to be left like Scott Morrison was, where everyone sort of despised him and felt like he'd lied to them and all that. He wants to leave on a good note, but it's not for a while yet. It could be the end of 2024 maybe. But, you know, just, I don't know. Things can change, of course, but I am getting that. All right, let's keep going. I'm getting Big Joe Biden. I'm getting in 2024, Joe Biden's going to really want to visit a lot of country folk. He loves getting out into the country. It could be because of the energy, the simplicity. I think we're going to see more of him out in the country, visiting towns. Sorry guys. Everyone's tired of Joe Biden and his gaffes and especially when he's running a country. Like, it's pretty poor form, isn't it? When you're falling over all the time, you can't think straight. But I'm getting that they're going to start showing him out in the country more, like in the country suburbs in America. Just to lighten everything up more, to try and pretend he's connecting with the people more. They want to sort of improve his reputation. I don't think he can improve his reputation. So I am feeling like they're trying to make him look more of a realistic people person. By going and visiting, people on the land. And you know what he's like. He always makes up a story that he's experienced things, even though we know he lies and he hasn't. And he'll say he used to have a farm, or his dad had a farm. Someone had a farm, you know. I'm getting that song. Old MacDonald had a farm, 2 chickens, 2 cows. It's like taking the piss out of Biden, really, the guy. Because he's probably never owned a farm. We know how it goes. But he's trying to connect to the people. See, again, we're getting back to that land, taking over of the lands. It's not good. So I am getting that for Joe Biden. Poor old Joe. Poor old Joe. He was, what was he? Papa was a rolling stone in my video yesterday, rolling down the hill. Oh, it's sad. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, I am getting that for Big Joe. He'll try to connect to the country folk. But keep in mind, it's about land. It's not about the country folk. It's about their land. Oh, there's so much going on around this land grabs, isn't there? It's bad. Oh, if you seen with Bill Gates, that would be the giveaway, I would think. After some land to grow their plant-based vegan food. All right. I'm getting China / we call it Panda here, if you're new. I am getting their control and their growth is really on the move now. In 2024, I feel like China, they're going to really push the herd immunity thing. You know how they tried to do the zero COVID number, which they never got to? All it did was make people really infuriated by trapping them in their houses and gating them in. Totally dangerous. But I am getting that they're going to pretend now they've got the natural immunity. But I would say they will be pushing another jab. It'll be the jab for the natural immunity, not natural immunity, rather, herd immunity. They're going to be pushing this jab like it's a multi-mix jab because we know there's going to be all these variants. There's this paralysis variant. There's going to be all this stuff in 2024. Get ready for it, guys, because it's the immortal CV virus, as we know, that never ever ends. So there's going to be all these terrible, horrific things coming out, like the paralysis, the flesh eating. Oh, it's going to be like a horror movie. You're going to hear all about it. And amazingly, I feel like Panda, they've created in their little lab, I'm guessing, maybe the Wuhan lab, the multi jab that's going to just cover the lot. It's going to make you immune to any bugs, horrific viruses, flesh-eating things. That's what I'm getting. So then they're going to use, which, you know, that it's all that herd immunity. Everyone got their jabs, so we've been able to control it and contain it. But again, as we know here, it's just big pharma making all their money. It's probably not going to really do anything. God knows what it is going to be doing. I tell you what, I heard of another, yes, someone I know here had a stroke again the other day. Why are people not questioning these kind of things? I don't understand at all. It's interesting, isn't it? Because I was talking to my mother last night, and we were talking about the crime, the youth crime in Queensland here. It's particularly bad. I keep telling you guys about it. I know youth crime's a big issue in a lot of countries, and people are talking about why. And my girlfriend Sandy, who wrote the book Finding Stillness, had a good point. She said maybe the pickies have done something to them, because they really didn't need the jab wheel pickies because of their immune system. CV wasn't hurting young people. If anything, it's caused their myocarditis. You know, it's kind of sad, isn't it? But my mum actually was saying how maybe it's the vapes, that the vapes are causing it. And I thought, well, that's quite probable. Because there's a lot of chemicals in those, and we know they were marketed. Look at the colours and the flavours, like pineapple, strawberry, watermelon, all the yummy flavours, very appealing to children. So it could be messing with their heads. We wouldn't know, would we? There's so many things going on globally. It's just nuts. But, you know, even my mum had been thinking about, like, what could be causing it. So maybe there is a few factors going into that as well. Oh, did I tell you? Yes. Oh, Moderna, is it? They've created, yes, this is what they've created, a jab now for myocarditis. What a miracle. I'm sure that'll be rushed out as an emergency jab for 2024. Don't even doubt it. As the numbers of myocarditis go up through the roof, strokes and heart attacks as well. Like I said, I've just heard of another one this morning of somebody having a stroke. Oh, it's endless. I know you guys keep telling me about them. Anyway, let's keep going. 2024. I am getting the switches on for the truth. The truth is coming out, guys. It is. We don't have to worry anymore. The truth is coming out. It's all unfolding. It's being exposed. I shared with you that film clip about Kay Schwab from the Global Reset. If you don't know what that is here, go look it up. And he was talking about why aren't people getting on board. I don't understand why people wouldn't want the planned agenda that we've got rolling out. Like, why wouldn't people want it? He's going to go through more turbulent times leading into 2024 because people aren't wanting it. They're fighting back. They're finding their voices. They're staying stronger and in their power. That's what I'm getting for 2024. We're going to see more of Kay Schwab and his little plebs all talking about why are you guys not getting on board with this? Oh, we wonder why. So there might be more of that. I love that footage of Kay Schwab going, why isn't everyone just rolling with this? Like, they think they know better than all of us. Like we should just want to work for them and just be happy and own nothing. Like, how's that even going to, you know? So in 2024, I feel like a lot of people are going to really not enjoy parts of the reset. And they really don't want to own nothing and be happy. And they don't also, I was talking to my hubby about it last night as well, guys, the inheritance tax is starting to come in here in Australia, for example, next year or whenever it's coming in. These sort of things are going to be the wake-up calls for people really realising their government is ripping them off. They're already making people pay extra in people's super and all that now, small business, wiping out small business, just the usual. So, people are wake up. But 2024, things are going to be really highlighted. And when people stand up or fight back against what is being forced upon them, you're going to hear more from Kay Schwab and people like that. Let's hope. I have only ever seen Kay Schwab on TV once. Let me know if you've ever seen him on mainstream media. It wasn't even on mainstream media. It was on SBS, actually, which is the foreign channel. You just don't see it. It's all hidden, swept under the carpet, nothing to see here. Well, my sister still thinks that Kay Schwab doesn't exist, even though it's all being implemented, so... how do these things work? Anyway, okay, everything's a conspiracy, isn't it? Until it comes true and lands on your doorstep, as it is. Every single thing that we've pretty much typed in over the past 4 years on our Facebook pages, our YouTubes, our Instagram, whatever we've been doing, has pretty much come to fruition. Surely people can't be doubting everything now. The BS detectors, I call us here on this channel, pretty much had our finger on the pulse, didn't we, guys? Anyway, let's keep going. 2024, what else is coming? Oh, I'm getting waves, tsunamis, earthquakes. We're still going to get shifting energy in the earth, more volcanic eruptions, meaning everything's getting more volatile. We talked about how Mother Nature is being affected by everything. We know with weather manipulation and all these things that are going on around the globe, which we know they're doing, it starts to affect patterns. It starts to affect weather patterns. I told you here we've had the weirdest winter. The snow's hardly been any snow, really warm days, abnormal, just not normal. And I know you guys have had flooding, you've had rain. All this is not normal. It's interfering with the weather patterns and, like I said, interfering with the animal kingdoms. Everything's getting affected. And if you think of like the magnetic pulls as well in the ocean and the earth cracking because things get dry, then we've got too much moisture. There's a lot of this turbulent, I'm getting that next year, earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanoes erupting, just these big, they're going to be big energy shifts. Hopefully they don't affect any of us, but I am seeing that a lot of caused by weather manipulation. It's affecting other things that are not normal. Everything that seems to be happening. Oh, we're getting the heat warnings too here in Australia, guys. And of course we are at the moment. The heat warnings about fire danger, all that's going to be the worst season we've ever had. And I must say, I've been hearing fire trucks going out everywhere yesterday. It was quite windy and dry here, and there was quite a few fires that they had to go and put out. So it's already started, putting all the fear in everyone on the news. They're even bringing out, yes, Chris, another app. Then you can be in charge of your own little app about, how bad the fire dangers are. So if the smoke's too high, you'll be able to tell. You can just type it all in and it's going to tell you all about your own safety and how bad the flooding's going to be. Just more crap for us to have to deal with, but I won't be getting that app on personally. So I think in 2024, there will be more apps coming out. And we know what they're going to be. They're going to be climate apps, just like the one I was just telling you about. More climate apps. And all that's going to be, and we know it here, is just to scare the hell out of people. Scare the hell out of people. You could have a little fire burning off near you and they'll put on Red Danger Zone. I'm getting that Danger Zone song again off Top Gun, but it'll be the Red Danger Zone. It'll go straight to, oh my God, could be catastrophic if the wind changes direction. Like it's a really easy way to put fear in people through the apps. Getting alerts on your phone. We know how that goes. You guys in the UK had your little practice alert on your phone. There's going to be more of this stuff going on. Shame they didn't use their alerts in Maui this year. But anyway, there's going to be more apps about all this stuff. Everything's just becoming a big app. Oh my goodness. All right, let's keep going. God, I'm getting the landing on the moon stuff again. Oh my God. Do not even get me started on the Indians landing on the moon pictures again. Did look like it might have been done in a studio. I am getting Greece next year. I don't know. We don't know what's real and what's not. I am getting Greece might land on the moon. See, this is the new thing. For some reason, landing on the moon seems to give you good status on the world stage. I don't understand it. It gives you a lot of status. I am getting Greece landing on the moon. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. I'm getting visuals of what that's going to look like after the Indian one, but I am getting Greece. I'm just getting Greece. And then I'm getting spoiler alert that Italy might beat them. Italy might beat them. I don't even know what's real and what isn't, guys, anymore, do you? It's just nuts. But I am getting something happening around this area to do with the moon. Oh my God. All right, let's keep going. I feel like globally there's going to be more fun runs. There's going to be more fun runs to raise money for things. See, what's happening now is the governments are pulling back on a lot of things. Although here in Australia, the Yes vote is actually providing grants for people. They can apply for a Yes grant, whatever that is. I did see that somewhere this morning. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. But so I'm getting more fun runs globally. And it's not really about, they're going to be all different reasons. They're going to be like climate change fun runs to highlight everything for government. Once upon a time, you'd do your fun run for raise money for cancer, or you'd do something for cerebral palsy or these kind of things. Whereas now I'm feeling like fun runs are going to become something that the government's going to push to help with their own narrative, which will be like climate change. We're going to run because we're going to show people that you need your good fresh air to breathe. So we need to get the carbon emissions down. Like, it's going to, all this next year is just, I feel like all that's going to change. There's going to be big changes around fun runs. Well, I don't think they're going to be fun anymore. Put it that way. They'll be fizzer runs. None of us freedom fighter, maverick, rebel, bravehearts are going to be wanting to run in them, are we, if it's for government's cause? So, yeah, I feel like, and that would indeed take money away from certain charities and that too, which is kind of sad, isn't it, guys? But I am getting that. There's going to be it's probably a lot of law changes, I would say, a lot of law changes. And they're going to even use, I feel like it's about insurance too, some of these things. Like if you fall over on a government road, then you're going to have to be like doing fun runs for government because we're the ones that cover your insurance. It's kind of weird. I know that sounds weird, but I'll just tell you anyway because that's what's coming through. So that's how they're going to kind of control things. Like, everything's becoming controlled, isn't it? Even something as simple as that. Oh, gone are the old fun days of putting on the big monkey costumes and silly things and having fun. Oh, they don't want us having fun. No, the fun police will be out and about next year in 2024, stopping a lot of things. It's so sad, isn't it? It really is. Life's just not what it used to be. All right, let's see if there's anything else. We might pull some cards, hey, guys? Oh, next year I'm getting, this is people in general. There's going to be a lot of people in panic mode. People in panic mode, panic frequency, panic vibration. Oh, that's awful, isn't it? Probably not you guys if you're watching this video, because you're fairly aware and awake of what is being handed and dished out to you by your governments. But I do feel like the panic mode setting in now. People are starting to really panic. Next year, things are going to become shocking. They're going to become shocking. People are in this financial crisis now that they're having to move through. But I feel like next year they're going to go through we know they're going through their awakening, but they're going to have these personal crises where, See, it is part of the awakening where you realize your government does not care about you. Your government does not care about you because they've been lying. We know they've been lying here. They've been lying about everything. They lied about the CV virus. They've lied about everything. They lie about they've got your back. They're lying about climate change, emergency. We know it's all BS, garbage and lies. But now people are going to panic and they're going to realize that their government doesn't have their back. And you think about it. If you find that out, like years down the track, where are we? We'll be about 4.5 years in or whatever by then. It's shocking. People are going to really get a shock and they're going to start to panic because you realize no one's got your back. Who's got your back? No one's got your back. You're on your own. And the thing is, a lot of these things are really being implemented. So it's almost becoming a little bit too little, too late kind of thing, isn't it? I'm getting that song. Of course, I've got to get a song. Too much, too little, too late to ever try again. See, too much, too little, so late for people to buy houses, for people to, buy an electric car. Who can afford an electric car? All these things is becoming too little, too late for a lot of people waking up. That is next year. It's just not good. All right, let's see if there's something else to close with. We'll pull a couple of cards for next year, guys. Oh, Europe. I'm getting Europe's got a huge housing problem. They've got a massive housing problem in Europe. Not enough housing, too many migrants. Populations just exploded in Europe and it's not under control. Everyone's just, they're showing me like this massive intermingling but it's all chaotic. There's no structure. There's not much planning in Europe. This is next year. But it's like, that's what the guys are saying to me. The government's causing it because they want everything in chaos. Because then what the government will do in Europe, they'll step in and take over. Like if there's arguments between these two races or these races can't live together very well, that's when the government's going to, I feel in Europe, going to come and step in and try to resolve the issues. Not sure how they're going to resolve them, but I do feel like in Europe, the chaos is being caused by your government. So they can come in and rectify and fix everything and look like they're the heroes coming to fix everything that's in chaos. And of course, whenever the government heroes come in, that means that you're going to be controlled and you're going to be put into your zones and you're going to be split up and divided, and in order to settle everything down. That's what I'm getting for Europe. There's going to be a lot of division in Europe next year. A lot of division. And particularly, I'm getting at the core of all that is a lot of the migrant issues. I mean, none of this makes any sense, does it? We couldn't even move around when we were unjabbed and everything. I mean, but they're just allowing migrants and things to move around. Doesn't matter who you are. There's really no proof. Gosh, you could just get a fake ID. Like everything seems to be a little nonchalant at the moment, doesn't it? Well, that's what I'm getting for Europe next year. But the government will save you. Well, they're going to appear like they're saving everybody, but little do people realise that their government's actually caused all the division. They want the chaos to happen because that gives them the perfect opportunity to step in and try and sort everyone out with their little planned agenda. Anyway, don't even get me started. How about we pull some cards, guys, around 2024? I'll pull some Healing Angels by Doreen Virtue. Oh, it's so windy here today, guys. It really is. Can you hear the snoring dogs? They're so tired. All right, let's do a shuffle. Let's see what 2024 is bringing. Oh, well, obviously that one. Playfulness. Let's hope it does, guys. That's that childlike energy. If you think about that card, it's like people being reborn again and getting back to their playful self and being happier and whole again. I think of rebirth when I see those little cherubs, people being reborn again, which is the awakening process, isn't it? We've all had to go through a lot of our awakenings. We still are. Harmony. We might get more peace and harmony next year. I'm seeing the violin and like the music, the vibration, the frequency. So things might be a little more harmonious next year. And that you would hope so, because that would be people seeing the truth, standing up, protesting, fighting back. I mean, harmony to us would be hearing Klaus saying, you know, why aren't people just doing what we say? That would be harmony. That'd be music to our ears, wouldn't it? Study. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm getting. You've got the rainbow energy and you've got the, you know, the clouds, the high vantage point. But study to me is that keep learning and growing. Keep learning off other people. You know, there's always something that we can learn to improve our life. And, you know, get on YouTube, tap around, read books. Keep learning, guys. That's what study to me is. It's about learning and growing. All right, I'm going to pull up Angel card outcome for 2024. What do we need to focus on in 2024? Oh, gosh, they're jumping out crazy, guys. God, half of them are turned backwards. Oh, courage. You have what it takes. Just do it. We, your angels, are here to support you. So we just have to stay in our courage next year. Have courage moving forward. It takes a lot to stay in your courage. It's not easy, is it, sometimes, guys, when things are sort of crumbling around you and life's moving so fast and changing. It is very hard to stay in your courage. Although the last 4 years that we've been through, we've certainly got a lot of courage and strength up. You know, we always get that Braveheart, freedom fighter, you know, maverick rebel image of Mel Gibson, Braveheart, on the Scottish Highlands, charging forth with his sword, saying, what is that saying? He says they can take our lives, but they will never take our freedom. We'll always fight for it, won't we, guys? Let me see if there's anything else today to finish with. I'm getting that song. Is it Bryan Adams? Everything I do it for you. There's no love like your love. All the way. I got the feeling that's off a King Arthur movie, isn't it? I just got that feeling that it is. I'm getting that King Arthur energy again. You know, the sword charging forth. Hang on a minute. God, I'm getting that song. Who sings it? You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, round, 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 round. It's just for the people waking up next year. Oh, sorry, guys. They're going to be getting that right round song, like a broken record. Their life sounding like a broken record. Especially with the jab wheel, because it's going to go on and on. There's going to be all these crazy, scary, horrifying variants. So that's why we're getting that song. Oh, I do know who sings it. I've just gone blank, guys. You spin me right round, baby, right round. It's an old song from the 80s. Let's see if there's one more thing to finish with. For some reason, they're giving me that song. It's a James Bond song, I think. I think it's by Carly Simon, is it? The Spy Who Loved Me. The Spy Who Loved Me, been on. Maybe we need to listen to the words of that today. I wasn't looking, but somehow you found me. Leaning on my pillows and I don't know the words of that song, but I am getting that song today. Let's go check that song out. It's a James Bond song. I think it's Carly Simon that sings that. God, I'm going to finish with a Little River Band song today. That Aussie band, Little River Band. I think John Farnham sang with them for a little while too. And I'm going to leave you with that song, Hang On, Help Is On Its Way. Hang on, help is on its way. I'll be there as fast as I can. That means the guides are helping people now. They're guiding these people waking up. So we all have guides. We all have intuition, our sixth senses. We get gut feelings. We hear little voices. That's what I'm getting for these people waking up, moving into 2024. Help is on the way to help them. See, we listen to our help, don't we, in our guidance, and we manifest things. We allow things into our life. But now it's time for these people now. In 2024, there's going to be a lot of help on the way to help these other people to rise up into their courage, their strength, their power. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Help is on the way. All right, well, that's all I've got for 2024. I might come on and do some individual countries, or we could do a little bit more down the track, a part 2. This could be part 1. And I will say goodbye from Australia. Bye from the doggos. Bye from Sophie. Bye from Sprocket. They're both passed out. And I'll talk to you very soon. Don't forget, guys, subscribe if you'd like to. Hit the like buttons, guys. And please feel free to comment down below. I will talk to you very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.